Welcome back to Post Time. Yannick Gingras with me now. And before we even start this interview, I want to know how you pronounce your name. I know how I pronounce it, but I remember when you did the ice bucket challenge, you had an S on the end of your name. You said an S.
Hey, my name is Yannick Gingras. I've been nominated by Stacy Corey to do the Ice Bucket, the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge.
Well, in English, yeah, I guess you would say with an S. Like if you said it like really from French, it'd be Yannick Gingras. That'd be no S. But Yannick Gingras, you know what I mean? Like that's people pronounce it here, so I kind of adapted that a little bit.
Oh gosh, I've been calling you Yannick Gingras the whole time.
Which that's the right way to do it, really. There is no S if you pronounce it in French.
Okay. Yay me! All right, so we're going to see Yannick driving check 6 later on in the show. So this is actually, we're doing this interview before the race even happens. So do you have any superstitions? Like, does it make you nervous that I'm interviewing you before the race?
Not at all. I mean, I do have some superstitious. Like, I don't really like those GoPro on the car on the race bike and things like that. But as far as the interview, no, that don't bother me.
Do you ever listen to any kind of music while you're like going to a track, maybe for a big race to get yourself pumped up?
No, if I did, I don't know if that'd be good. I'm not sure. No, I don't. I'm not a big music guy. I'd either listen to NHL channel on Sirius or talk to some friends on the phone.
Oh yeah, NHL, of course, duh. When you come
Yeah.
from Canada, you either want to be a hockey player or a harness driver, right?
That's it. There's two way about it. So that wasn't gonna be hockey for me. So I had to stick with harness racing.
All right, fair enough. Now, I can't interview you without asking about foiled again. So, $7.5 million, richest harness horse ever in history. Now, he will be 13 years old in a month. Crazy. Will he return next year?
Maybe that'd be a question for Ronnie. I'm pretty sure he'll come back next year. I haven't talked to him.
I don't know if you know this story. Actually, of course you know this story because, like, you're like tight with Ronnie Burke, okay? Just happen to drive for Ronnie Burke. I mean, like, whatever. Okay, so I was hanging out with Mickey Burke in Lexington. So Mickey Burke was telling me that he actually built a paddock for foiled again outside of his new house. Did you know all about that?
Yeah, no, I knew from the last few years that's his retirement was going to be there. So like it's another reason why early in the year like he wasn't racing quite as good, and a lot of people are calling for his retirement. I knew that wasn't happening because the paddock wasn't ready. The house wasn't done yet, and so I knew that wasn't going to happen just yet. But I mean, now from what I hear, it's quite ready now. But no, the horse is not ready. He finished out the year a little bit better than or he was in the middle of the summer, which is usually the way he goes. The falls are usually his season. So. Like I said, I'm sure we're gonna see him back in, when the Levy comes around the corner in 4 or 5 months from now.
Yeah, I really hope so. So, Mickey, hold off on that. I know you want to go out in the morning, sit on their porch, and have coffee with Foiled again. I realize that's the plan, but just make me happy. Just a few more starts at least. Speaking about Ronnie Burke horses, how about Mission Brief? And first of all, if you don't know who Mission Brief is, 2-year-old trotting filly of the year, 3-year-old trotting filly of the year, and then this year she would have been racing as a 4-year-old, but tell me she had an injury and she's had the whole year off, right?
Yeah, she's coming up for a full year. No, they tried a little bit. They didn't really push the envelope too much in the middle of the summer. No, she got a little fill in her leg again, so they quit right away. Didn't want to take any chances. And no, from what I'm hearing, she's back in the barn. So I talked to Ronnie about 2-3 weeks ago about her, and then she was. He told me she was coming back soon, but I saw some pictures, so I'm assuming the pictures are recent, and she's back in the barn, which is it's good. It's great to hear. She's an incredible mare, scary fast. So if we can get her back to healthy and 100%, she's gonna be a lot of horses are gonna have a run for their money.
Yeah, a lot of people throw that word around, freak. Oh, this horse is a freak, that horse is a freak. That drives me crazy, a huge pet peeve. So me saying that Mission Brief is a freak, she is unbelievable. I mean, seriously, when you watch her and when you see what she can do on the racetrack, you have to say, wait, what?
Yeah, she definitely is a freak. There's no doubt about it. Speed wise, I mean, she's not. She's really hard on herself, and then she's hard on on all of us too, in a way. It's great to be not to be associated with her, but like she definitely keeps you on the edge. Like I said, if we can get her back to completely healthy as a 3-year-old, unfortunately, she wasn't healthy very many times. One time here at Dover, when she won in 50, she was healthy that day. She was as good as she had been since maybe all of the 3-year-old season, and as good as she was since the 2-year-old season. So if we can get her back to that filly, that mare that we know she can be, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised she breaks the world record and stuff like that. She's got a speed that not many horses have, and maybe no horses have, and then she can carry it a long way too. So she's not just a quarter mile or a half mile horse. She can go a full mile, no problem.
Now, when you look at Yannick, just not a driver. This dude, he owns horses here at Dover Downs, which I love seeing that. I love seeing you in our winner's circle with a horse that you're part owner on. So tell me, your relationship is with Jay Gannon, right? He's your trainer. How did that relationship start?
About 5-6 years ago, they had a horse named Looking Hanover that I was looking to buy with Ron Burke, and me and one of Ronnie's owner went to him in the paddock, and we said, this one horse, that you have, you're willing to sell, and he's like, well, he's going to take quite a bit of money to buy him. I got to talk to my wife, and I didn't know Jay much back then, and I said, he said, no, he's going to take at least 40,000, and we're already thinking 50, 60 would buy him. So we're like, all right, let's not talk to your wife. We'll give you the 40. He's like, no, I got to talk to my wife. So we walk away. And I tell my buddy, I said, go back and go see him. I said, offer him 50. So long story short, he goes back three times. By the time we left the paddock, we offered 75,000 for the horse, and it still had to talk to his wife. So we tell Ronnie the story. He's like, you two, IDIOTS, are talking to him. We went from 40 to 75, and we still don't have the horse. So long story short, about 2-3 weeks went by, and then he offered me to buy half of the horse, and he said, no, we're not going to sell the whole horse, but if you want to buy him, you can have a half. So I bought half of Looking Hanover, and that's a long time ago, but the horse has been great to us. He's retired now, but we've had horses on and off, mostly on for the last 5 or 6 years, but we bought 4 together in the last few months, and they've been racing good, and we're looking to race them here.
Thank you again for being on the show, Yannick Gingras. How'd you like that for a French accent? No, always so much fun with you.
Anytime.
Let's head right into a race with a field of fillies and mares who are 5 years old and under. And keep your eye on number 8. It's Vintage Babe. She's got top reinsman Yannick Gingras in the bike.
They're off. There goes Sherry, my Sherry, out for the lead. Down the racetrack. Mortgage Bags up the inside. That's Lady Paquette. From the outside, looking for a spot. Vintage Babe moving by is Total Miss. Vintage Babe settles for 5th, racing up 6th. Miss Cinderella followed by Pippi Longstocking. They race on the first turn. Sherry, my Sherry, up to get the lead from Lady Paquette. That's Mortgage Bags in 3rd. Total Miss got away 4th and 5th. That's Vintage Babe. Quarter time 27 and 2/5. Sherry, my Sherry, leads by almost 2 lengths. Lady Paquette got away in 2nd. Mortgage Bags came away 3rd in front of Total Miss. Coming to the outside, Vintage Babe from 5th. Next is Miss Cinderella and the trailer Pippi Longstocking as they make their way into the clubhouse turn. It's Sherry, my Sherry, leading Lady Paquette by a length and a half. On the outside, moving up into 3rd, Vintage Babe. Mortgage Bags has the rail. Outside, trying to follow, that's Miss Cinderella. Then it's Total Miss. And Pippi Longstocking continues to trail, 57 for the half. They hit the back stretch, and it's Sherry, my Sherry. But rushing up on the outside, that's a Vintage Babe into 2nd. Lady Paquette is back there in 3rd. Miss Cinderella giving chase in 4th. Mortgage Bags down inside 5th. Total Miss to the outside in front of Pippi Longstocking. Field races into the final turn. They go by 3/4 and 124 and 2/5 around that final turn. Sherry, my Sherry, just ahead. Vintage Babe is on the outside. 2 back, Lady Paquette. Miss Cinderella alongside in 4th. They near the top of the stretch. Vintage Babe on the outside, a short lead as they come off the turn. Vintage Babe with Sherry, my Sherry. Coming on the far outside now, Miss Cinderella. Coming through the stretch, Vintage Babe with Miss Cinderella. Vintage Babe is in front. Then it's going to be Miss Cinderella and Total Miss.
Vintage Babe wins for owners Jay Gannon, Yannick Gingras, Frank Canzone, and Rob Sabatini. Jay Gannon is also the trainer, and of course, Yannick Gingras piloted the 3-year-old to victory in 153-1. Ms. Cinderella took 2nd, and there for the show money was Total Miss.